Men in the modern world are being led astray. When I first became an adult, that's when society tells us we become a man. But I had no clear guidance on what it actually meant to be a man. I'm sure a lot of you could relate to this, where on one side, the wokies, the left, they shame any sense of masculinity, you know, toxic masculinity. And, I was kind of sick of that. So I found myself on the opposite end of the spectrum with red pillars or self improvement. And it was great. Like, at first, I started to see progress. I started to really fall in love with improving myself. But the issue is that they promoted a lot of self worship and borderline narcissism, where it's just indulge in the world, become the best version of yourself out of pride, which it is better than nothing. But what I've found and what I've seen with my own friend group and in my own life is that no matter how much you improve yourself, there's always going to be that void that needs to be filled, a deeper void that can't be fulfilled by this world. So instead of looking at all these red pillars and self improvement YouTubers, Jesus is truly the epitome of masculinity, right? Following him as your example of what it truly means to be a man is the only thing that helped me kind of get a true, authentic balance of both worlds. And the key word really is balance, because what a biblical man really looks like and what it truly, I believe, looks like to be a man is modeling yourself after Jesus Christ. It's about having your masculine side and your feminine side balanced. So, on one end, you're going to be disciplined, you're going to be a builder, you're going to have purpose, you're going to aggressively pursue that purpose and strive to become the best version of yourself with aggression. But on the other hand, you also have kindness, empathy, compassion, and you operate out of a state of love. You get the best of both worlds. And when I found myself really only focusing on my masculinity, I was kind of, on the masculine energy side of things, raw masculine energy. It felt like I was kind of faking it in a sense, and that I was missing something. I want to kind of describe it better to give you guys a better idea, but it really felt like I was holding back from my true nature of, you know, I would find myself in states of pride of just like, yeah, I'm better than everyone else. Like, I'm on my grind. I'm trying to get money. I'm trying to sleep with as many women as possible. But you can't do that. Like, pride comes before the fall, and you can't fall in love with this world. Personally, it led to the lowest point of my life where, sure, I got all these things, but my soul wasn't right. My character wasn't right. And I wasn't operating out of a state of love. This entire time, I was seeking that deeper meaning, that deeper purpose. And a lot of that comes with developing your masculine identity. But unfortunately, because of these red pillars, masculinity and Andrew Tate and Hamza, like, it just gets a bad rap because it's not what it truly means to be a man. So if you really want to form that healthy masculine identity, you need to be very careful of who you follow, who you model after, and what fruits does it produce in your life. I'll tell you for a fact, since following Christ and modeling my masculinity after him, of course it takes vulnerability, it takes humility, it takes operating out of love, but it just leads to a lot more. I do feel way more in tune with my masculinity, and we're all seeking that love, is what I was saying earlier. We're all seeking that love, and there's no better way by loving your neighbors. Being a man doesn't mean dominating everyone, operating out of pride. It's really about showing love to others and giving back. That fills the void that I find a lot of, I don't want to generalize, but a lot of red pillars fall into. A lot of, that's what we're all seeking. We're all seeking that purpose and meaning, and that can only be found in Christ and following his example. It's not about religion, It's not about going to church, who's giving the most amount of money at church, who's the most. It's not a popularity contest. It's really about getting right with your heart and allowing that masculine energy to flow through you, the divine masculine energy to flow through you. So, again, compassion, humility, kindness, and just operating out of love. No better example than Jesus Christ. And I would give you steps to actually embody this yourself, a step by step, a guide on how to do this yourself. But it's really, you give it all up to Him and everything falls into place. You don't have to do any work. You just need to, in a sense, leave behind your ego, leave behind your old self, and just follow Him. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope, if this resonated with you, you're not being led astray by these red pillars, by these self improvement YouTubers. And yeah, I just want to provide you some additional value. If you're interested, I left below a 21-day challenge that you could take for free. It's truly changed my life. I just put everything there. I want to really see you guys win and provide as much value as, I think it would have greatly benefited my old self. So feel free to check it out and leave a sub if you want to stick around for the journey.